You've just tuned in to the greatest podcast in the world right now, today, this second. It's And the Wife with Anastasia. I'm not allowed to sing.
What is it? It's not at the songs I don't know. So what is that?
It's Hooked on a Feeling.
Hooked on a Feeling? Is that how it goes?
Hooked on a Feeling. No, first it starts out. Ooga shaka, ooga.
Yeah,
ooga,
but what's
ooga,
this
shaka.
"You're in love with me" part?
That's the part of the song
And why
that
is
says,
that the only?
"You're
Why is that
in
the only
love
place
with
that you?
me."
No, but you're not singing it that way when you were singing it separately. And why do you keep singing that one
Hooked on
part
a
over and over
feeling.
again? Only that part, and none of the parts that anyone knows. What?
Anyone like on this green earth?
Yes, on God's green earth, you're only singing the one most random line from the song.
Because it's a good line.
But why
You're
only
in
that line?
love with me.
When you sing songs, do you only sing one line over and over and over again, and not just like most of the song, especially like the hook? It seems like
Yeah,
if you're
when
gonna
it's-
sing a song, you sing the fucking hook.
When it's
Why aren't
stuck
you
in your
singing the hook?
head, then it's stuck in your
Only
head.
that one line is stuck in your head?
Yeah.
That sounds like
You're in
hell.
love with me.
I mean, that's his
Jeez.
favorite part.
Now it's gonna be stuck in my head. I'm gonna be hearing all night. You're in love with me.
That's not how it sounded.
You're welcome.
All I can say is you're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh no, they can't get off.
Dude,
on me.
one time I was at the airport.
This one time.
Last time I went on a plane. That's weird.
Like 17
What does that
months ago.
mean? Airplane?
Airplane?
What are those?
It was in February.
what?
February.
Some guy was aggressively hitting on me.
Someone's always hitting. me.
Like how aggressive? Like
Aggressively.
was he like, can I holla, 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 can I holla, can I holla, holla,
Well,
holla?
Like Mike and X?
No.
Yo,
He was
is he hefty?
he was hefty.
No.
And no, he was an airport employee.
Uh-huh.
Like a TSA agent? Or
No, like he had. I think he worked for one of the airlines, but he saw my
Those
socks.
guys
he's
like girls too. If
Yeah,
they-
I guess. I
you
think
know.
all guys who like girls like girls.
Yeah,
well, he
even
was
if they're
like,
at
hey
work.
girl, I like them sexy socks.
It was my socks that really got him.
What was so special about these socks?
Grilled cheese.
What? Did it did it say grilled cheese on it? Or,
Little grilled cheeses on them.
and it didn't just look like bread? Like
No, it looked like grilled cheese. That's the point
They're
of the
grilled
socks.
cheese, Frank.
Could've
They're
been
not
Grilled cheese sock.
bread sock. Grilled cheese sock.
I don't know.
No,
I'd have to
no
see
one was a
them.
bread sock.
Anyways, what did he say? Can I holla?
No, he did not say that.
So you're walking
did
along,
not.
la
No.
la.
No,
and
the
he's
worst
like,
part.
he does a double take and like, oh, them grilled cheese socks.
No,
Them
the worst
grilled
part
cheese
is that
socks.
I was going through security, and there's no way to escape that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
Well, you can try.
because he was talking to me, he's like, "Oh, I like your socks." I'm like, "Thank you," and then he starts singing the Moana song. He's like, "All I can say is you're welcome." I'm like, "I gotta get out of here." I had to wait for my stuff.
Like I don't know how to ghost in IRL.
Yeah, and also he was talking. He was talking to this woman and her father right before I showed up, and then they were like kind of in the conversation, and then they could tell that he was hitting on me.
Uh-huh.
So they were like, "Huh," and they just kind of did their own thing. I'm like, "Why don't you people save me?"
Well,
Save
it's over very quick if you're doing it right.
me.
But maybe he just really liked your socks and he just wanted a pair of them.
No,
Maybe he wasn't hitting on you. Maybe it was just
no,
for,
he was definitely hitting on me.
maybe he was just trying to get them socks off you.
He's like, "Where are you at? Where do you live?" I'm like, "Sacramento."
Yeah, you're like Sacramento. Like trying to give off zero vibe.
Yeah, I was like, I can't be charming at all. Very difficult for me.
Very difficult, FYI. No. So how'd you get out of it? You just left? You're just like,
It
I'm
was
out.
over, wasn't it? You just go on to the next station.
Did he look like the guy from
No,
Moana?
like it was taking a long time for the bags to go through. Like there was like a backup. So
like, damn, bag machine.
I had to talk to him a little bit, but I was doing the thing where I'm like, I'm not interested.
I'm not interested.
I didn't say that, but because
too good
what a
for
horrible
you.
thing to say.
Okay.
So I just was like, I wait for my stuff. I didn't really add to the conversation much, and I just left.
You're like, I'm out.
Yeah,
And then they went to sleep.
it's just the problem is that I was wearing leggings. That's always a problem.
Why is that a problem?
You know.
No, I don't. Why are leggings a problem?
Because her assets are very noticeable
Yeah.
when she wears tight pants.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like you don't know what the fuck I'm talking
That's
about?
what boys like.
I'm sorry. I'm still a little blue and bruised from that movie we were watching.
You've been drinking too much real sangria.
It is real sangria from
Real?
Spain. It's
Real
not the
Spain?
same. I didn't have that much, Zoe. Damn it.
I'm trying.
You did.
No, I didn't. This is my second.
Dude, this thing
glass.
is so dark and thick. I can't
It's
even see the
saying-
fucking fruit in here.
It's fruity though.
Is that
It's
pineapple?
sangria. No, no, it's orange. It's just oranges.
Just straight up oranges.
Just straight oranges, chopped up. No, that movie made me just like super sad because it just makes me think of
They're always trying to kill somebody's mom.
yeah, killing somebody's fucking mom. I thought we were just watching a movie about a guy becoming a sommelier, learning about wine and shit like that. And then it seemed like, oh, there's gonna be a love story. Okay, I'm down. Fine. Love story, wine, fine. Oh, he's gonna go to France. Awesome. Cool.
What?
Everything's good. And then they kill his fucking mom?
I mean, come on. In the beginning, they said something about her having cancer.
They did. But
Okay, before.
I wish I had.
And as soon as they don't put shit in there
I know,
unless they're
I know
gonna
it's
kill
foreshadowing,
somebody later
but that was
on.
still so deep in the movie, and I wish I had jumped out at that point because it was so sad, and it just made me think of my mother dying, and all I can think of that is my mother dying. So it wasn't just like looking at him and his mom dying; it was like me and my mom dying, and
That
so
was-
it just made me fucking like devastated.
Well,
And
it was
so
definitely a premonition. Like, not a premonition.
it's
What is it called?
foreshadowing,
Foreshadowing,
Frank.
yeah. Man, relax.
Premonitions are a whole different thing. Some drinking my drink. Shit.
So
He
good.
loves real sangria.
Well, why doesn't he get his own glass of real sangria instead of drinking mine? Anyway,
So good. When I was
No.
in Puerto Rico,
So
when I was
sad.
working there, we
My
drank
eyes
with
hurt,
sangria
though.
all the time.
yeah.
Like pictures and pictures of sangria every night.
What were you? Who were you drinking all the sangria with in Puerto Rico?
Everybody.
Who's everybody? Let's
Everybody
name some
that
of them.
Oh,
okay.
Who are these
jeez.
people? I'm really
Who are
curious.
these people? And,
Because I was
and
saying,
she sounds hideous.
You don't gotta be jealous all the time.
Yes, I do. I already explained this to
Yes.
you multiple times, and I told you
Where is he gonna go?
with some other bitch.
That's another bitch.
Not on my watch, damn it.
No bitches on my watch.
Well then.
No, it was so good. This is
Damn
better.
it, Frank!
This is
Keep
much
your
better.
hands off my glass. Ugh.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, you drank half of it, so thanks a lot. I guess you get to refill it too.
There's
So,
more somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't know where it is.
it's in the fucking refrigerator, man.
What's that?
Where else would it be?
What's a refrigerator?
Damn
What
it.
refrigerator?
So
welcome.
I've been on Reddit a lot because I'm a youngster.
Oh, is
Reddit.
that why? Because you're a youngster. Oh, listen to
Actually,
that. Frank.
a
She's
lot
letting
of
us make
older
us feel
people.
old because she's a youngster.
She's like-
She's on
A
Reddit.
You-
lot
oh.
of people, a lot of Gen X people
Gen
go
X.
on Reddit.
Oh, Gen X. Huh?
She's like, do you guys know what Reddit is?
let me explain to you.
Read it. One word, 2 D's.
One I, one T.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What-
tell us about this Reddit.
Yeah, what's it all about? I can't wait.
So since I'm a single lady, I go on Reddit relationships just to like look at stuff because I want to learn about
Is
relationships.
that like a category or just like a main
It's a
category?
subreddit.
Yeah.
What is a subreddit different? How is it different from a regular Reddit?
Well, the subreddits basically make up Reddit
Then why are they called sub if they're not? If they're the, what they
because
are?
it's Reddit.
Yeah, it's
and
a
then
subcategory.
It's a subcategory of Reddit, I guess.
What's the first category? How is-
Reddit?
Reddit is the category. And then the subreddit is the actual category.
I don't. What?
Anyways, you were saying it's.
I've had too many sangrias for this conversation. I don't think you're.
I told you
but
you
I didn't
had
have
too
too many sangrias. I told you. I'm all sad
Too
in
many
my
sangies.
emotions. They're killing mothers.
Do you know something?
All I know is I want
Alcohol
to start killing
is a
people's mothers.
depressant.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I know because I've been depressed and I drank alcohol. It made me more depressed.
Okay, did you learn that in college? I went to college and I learned stuff. No, go ahead, Zoe.
Where's that coming from?
That's weird. Anyway, so I want to learn about.
sad
I want to
drunk.
learn. About,
That's where it's coming from.
I want to learn about relationships because I've only been in one, and it was a long one, and so I only know that one person. So Reddit relationships, people talk about their relationship problems. And there's also a subreddit called Relationship Advice.
So is that a sub of a sub?
No, they're different
Is
subreddits.
it relationships and then a sub of that is problems and then you go over to the left and then it's like cool parts?
I don't think there are subreddits. I'm not totally in the know about Reddit.
Man, you over here trying to teach us and you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm not an expert on Reddit. I just use it for relationships.
Okay, where did you learn about relationships, Zoe?
The bad ones.
So I saw one today.
Is that what you read, just about bad ones?
Those are probably the most interesting ones.
Well, none of them are good. Like people go on there to talk about the things that are going wrong.
Oh, okay.
It's
There's nobody like I'm super happy and this is why. Because my boyfriend is like the greatest guy I've ever.
No one wants to hear that.
Planet Earth.
They go on there, they're like, my boyfriend hits me in the face.
Oh,
Should I break up?
What? Should I break up with him?
Yeah, that's kind of stuff.
Boyfriend hits me in the face. Should I break up with him?
That's the kind of stuff to talk about.
Jeez.
So here's what
God.
What a dumb bitch.
Frank.
kids these days.
I know. That's like the ultimate red flag.
So it's like the first part will be like, I love him so much, but he hits me.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
Jeez.
And then everybody, all the comments will be like, that's a red flag. That's more than a red flag. That's abuse.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
so
abuse. Please
That's a
leave.
felony.
that's abuse, period.
Yeah,
With
period.
the
Just
capital
go.
F felony.
Just go. Anybody's gonna hit you will keep hitting you forever.
Yeah,
They'll just
there
keep
are a
hitting
lot
you.
of good. There are a lot of really interesting posts on here, but I saw this
Like
one today
Pre-giggling.
because it seems fake. It sounds fake.
Okay.
So the headline is the people in this story are a 22-year-old female and a 25-year-old male,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And the headline says, my fiance wants his father to check my hymen tomorrow night before I get married.
That's not real. That's so hella not real.
So shall I do a dramatic reading so you guys
Let's
Yeah.
do
can
it.
see
Dramatic.
what
Do a dramatic reenactment.
the context of this
Can you do the
story?
male voice too?
I'll try. So
Dinner theater with Zoe.
I shall begin.
Go, Zoe. Go.
My fiance proposed to me about 8 months ago. We decided on having a relatively small wedding, which is in 2 days. Everything was going great. He seems absolutely perfect, and we are very much in love. I am a virgin, and so is he. He wanted to save it for marriage, and I wasn't fussed. I don't know what that means. I wasn't fussed, so I agreed to saving it. He has told me earlier that in his family, the father checks the virginity of the bride the night before the wedding.
Like, that's the...
There's more. I'm going to keep going.
He's not a doctor, I assume.
I don't think he is.
And this dude's trained for
Are
hymen
they
checks.
of some sort of special? Are they in a special sect or religion?
It doesn't
Religion,
say that.
culture.
Also, who saves their virginity for marriage anymore? Like, isn't that
What
antiquated?
year
There's
is
people
it?
that still
Like-
do that.
I don't.
Hyper Christians.
It's just
Like, I
they
didn't know
don't
that was a
have to
thing.
be Christians. They can be any
Um,
religion, and a lot of people do it.
Did you want
Go
to
ahead.
test drive the car before you buy it?
Wow. Guess we know about how Zoe feels about it.
I laughed this off as it seriously sounds like a massive joke. No.
It does.
No? Turns out he was dead serious.
Dun, dun, dun.
He wants me, the night before, to open my legs up in a small ceremony type thing
Ceremony?
It's a ceremony.
Ceremony? Is there
Maybe they're devil worshippers.
special flowers and like
more.
people sign things, paperwork?
And a small ceremony type thing so his dad can check me while him, his brothers, and uncle can watch.
What?
So
No.
so that they know I am still pure.
She wouldn't be pure after that experience.
Yeah, like, can you imagine you're a virgin?
You could be
And
traumatized for the rest of your life.
She's probably never showed anyone her vagina before.
creepy, disgusting nonsense. Go ahead,
so
sorry.
I told him, fat chance I'm going to do that.
Bucko.
And
Bucko.
It's just fat chance.
This is
Say
1954.
fat chance, you're gonna say bucko too.
Yeah.
she claims to be 22, but she says fat chance.
Yeah. Have you ever said fat chance in your life?
I'm 24.
Don't say fat chance.
I'm 24. When I
Not
was 22,
geriatric.
definitely. But
Anyway.
not now.
And he was begging me to go through with it and how important it is for him. He said he knew it was slightly embarrassing. For
Slightly?
Jinx. Frank, you owe me another sangria.
Yeah.
But his mom did it, and it will prove how much I love him and that I have nothing to hide anyway.
Him.
As I am still a virgin. I left and he was crying,
Good.
and it was
Oh,
very...
shit.
And it was...
What?
Wow.
Good, bitch.
It was very dramatic, to be honest.
Yeah, you think?
For everybody involved, I'm sure.
Wait.
Wait.
Wait, hold on. This happened when he asked. Like, it wasn't
Yeah.
ceremony time.
It was
It's like runaway
it was-
Hymen check.
2 days before the wedding.
No.
Okay.
No, motherfucker.
Also,
no.
wouldn't you lead with that? Like, on the 7th date, you'd be like, hey.
By the way,
At
like
some point.
no,
it's
like
like real
no,
serious.
like when the proposal.
Yeah, after
like-
she accepts, you're like, okay, BT dubs.
By the BT dub.
What's gonna happen is,
You know, I have to disagree. I feel like that's like a thing where you're getting serious. You're like, you have the talk before you even propose. You have a talk about
that
it.
at some point this shit's gonna happen.
No, like you talk about possible marriage, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to lock it in first and then spill the beans?
I mean, maybe if he's like ashamed of it.
It
Well, I
sounds
mean,
like he
because
is.
if you're gonna say
if
that
you
to
wait
somebody-
till 2 days before
Yeah,
the fucking wedding.
I mean, you gotta keep some secrets, but that's a
Yeah.
hefty one.
That's not a secret to keep. It's like having a secret child.
Yeah.
Okay, there's more.
Okay, but wait, there's more.
I want to call off the whole wedding because of this and never talk to him again. But at the same time, it's only one thing. And other than that, we are genuinely perfect for each other. And I don't want to spend my life with anyone else. And it is very important to him and his family. What the frick frack do I do?
Frick
I am
frack.
Who is this person? I am currently at my friend's house, and I might stay here for the night. Tomorrow would be our last.
Might.
Yeah.
Might.
Tomorrow would be our last day as an unmarried couple, and I am straight up panicking.
Straight up panicking. Damn.
Okay, so what do the good people of the Reddit have to say?
Hold on. So I have some thoughts.
Uh-oh,
Okay.
Daddy has thoughts.
Before,
everybody.
before we hear what these other
Hold
people start talking
on.
about.
There's an update, so I'll give you the update after. After you tell
So why wouldn't they just go to a doctor? Like
Yeah.
say,
Could we just do
hey, Mr. Prude Dad.
Mr. Pervert Dad. You mean?
Yeah, Mr. Pervert Dad and Sons.
You want to check out?
Yeah.
What it is all the dudes in the family want to check out the merchandise before the dude buys it.
Why are the
They have,
uncles
like,
involved?
Yeah, and
they
the
have,
brothers
some
like, I
sick
want to see what's going on down there
like,
before.
we get to see some fresh gines every time one of us gets married. We're all gonna see what it looks like.
So we know we can picture it real good in our minds when we're picturing you two together.
Oh no!
What are you making that face at me? I mean, it's in
I
your
wasn't even
mind now.
going there, you fucking sicko.
I'm assuming it's for the spank bank. It's not for
Yeah, that's what I
imagining that.
No, but he's picturing. You're saying when
No,
I picture
not
you
to-
two together.
I mean, their family members not involved. It's just the lady.
She said. You heard what she said.
She said,
Yeah.
I'm not.
You heard what her said.
I got her.
You got her.
So,
Okay, so then
Haha, you
After-
said okay, so it's rubbing off. No, not my
yeah.
sangria.
not my real sangria.
Why are you?
once it hit your lips.
Freaking French.
Okay, so they put this out there, and then like immediately 9 million people responded,
Yes.
and then there was an update afterwards, right? So
Yeah.
hit us with like,
So you have read Reddit.
no, that's just how things work.
That's
Comments
how
work.
things work.
That's how stories and
You
comments
don't know
work.
how Reddit works.
People post on Reddit to get responses.
People
from people
post just like Facebook and Instagram.
I don't know what they do on those Facebooks or Instagrams.
And Instagram, people post things and then people comment on it.
Do they comment?
Yes.
Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, people want to see comments.
Do they?
Yeah, so what's the first comment?
So there's some colorful language, so bear with me. You've heard me say this before.
Should I plug my ears first?
Yeah. Close your
Mommy
ears.
doesn't
Anna.
like to hear it.
Oh, you're fine.
I don't know.
You say it to me all the time.
Yeah, but I'm your
Oh.
mother.
Respect me.
Respect my authority.
Okay, so in quotes it says, "It's only one thing." No, it's a list of things. You will be exposed to every male in his family. His dad is
Yes.
going to touch your vagina.
Yes.
Everyone in that room is going to know what you look like naked.
Yes.
Please call it off and run as fast as you can from this fucked up family.
Yes.
Dude, hell yes.
Do
Run.
that.
Like that
Round
fucking
of applause. Round of applause.
like
No,
the
there's
fucking
more, there's
Tom
more.
Cruise run when he's chasing a fucking airplane.
Yeah.
Or he's either chasing or being chased by an airplane. One of those.
Being chased by an airplane.
He's always chasing or being chased by a very large cargo plane. Anyways,
So they also have questions. Do they have a chair for this?
it's a special ceremony. Oh, I took a picture of a chair like that in Puerto Rico.
What?
It was a birthing
I
chair.
need to know more about Puerto Rico. Hold on. Now we're back in Puerto Rico. There's
Puerto Rico?
special vagina
No,
chairs in Puerto
it
Rico.
wasn't a
I'm just
vagina
drinking
chair.
Sangria all night
It was
Puerto
like
Rico
a-
with the people that are there. Who are these fucking people and why are you guys in vagina chairs? That's what we need to know.
It was at the hotel. It was part of a.
What kind of hotel were you staying at?
It was part of an exhibit, and it was a birthing chair,
Okay.
and it just looked like a stool. I have a
Yeah.
picture of it. I'll show it to you.
I'm sure you do, Frank.
I'm sure you do, you weirdo. She sounds hideous. Anyways, you were saying? Yeah, is there a special chair for that?
I would also like to know. Is the dad going to wear gloves or dig around down there with his bare hands?
Dig
God.
around. He's gonna dig around there
Sounds
raw
so
dog.
harsh. Dig around.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
OP, you are 22. That is young. Do you want his
OP.
original poster?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That is young.
We're
Do
learning
you
new
want,
terms the more you know.
Do you want to stay with that guy that guilt trips you into this situation?
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
what else is he holding back there?
But he's
Yeah.
perfect.
There's gonna be something else. We also have to watch you guys have sex for the first time because that is a thing that people have done in the past.
I feel like
in
that'd be
different-
better than what's happening with this. Like
just
that-
to make sure it happens that the marriage is consummated.
Yeah.
They watch it happen. So that is a very
So
likely
they're
thing.
not marrying gay? Like, they're not just gay people marrying each other?
No,
Like a gay
just to
woman
make
and a
sure
gay
they're
man?
actually now you guys are married because the marriage has been consummated, and we know, and possibly a
Like, we
child
saw
could
it
come with
happen.
this.
We out.
Yeah, we know it.
All right,
happened.
I'm gonna head out. I just saw it.
No.
So you guys
You're-
bone.
If there's another
Wait.
if there's a ceremony for this, there's ceremonies for other shit.
all
No,
kinds of stuff.
get out of there.
In the consummation marriage,
Yes.
do they wait and like witness the entire completion,
I guess.
or do they
I've never
just
been to one
like
of these ceremonies.
they're
Frank.
there for like the initial and then like leave? Like,
I don't
okay,
know.
we know that they're on the right. They
I've
picked
only
the right
seen it
fork
in
in the road.
movies. I've never actually been to a ceremony.
Okay,
I don't know.
Gotta figure that out.
We gotta figure that out. We gotta study this.
Do you stay for the whole thing, or do you just watch the previews?
Okay.
Anyway.
For-
Like, this isn't good. I'm walking
A
out. I want my money back.
lot of people are saying like, hey, the hymen might not be intact because
Yeah.
it can break for a lot of reasons.
Hymen
yes,
rupture
we
sports.
talked about. Yes,
And
because
also
of hymen
some people
rupture
don't
sports.
like have one that like
Is
everybody's
visible.
body is different.
Yeah.
Karate.
And then
horseback
so-
riding.
Yeah.
One person said, "Damn, people live like this."
Damn, people live like this? That's some fucked up shit.
That's how I feel, man. Okay, so
That's how I feel, man. Where'd that come from? Man?
Just channeling Bad Bunny.
Yeah. Bad Bunny, man.
Jet Balvin?
Jet Balvin, man.
you want to hear the update?
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah. No.
Do we want to to hear the update?
Nah,
Do we want to
let's
hear the
just-
update?
we'll go to
No,
sleep.
forget
No,
it.
let's
Forget
head
it. We
out.
don't want to know. We
Just
don't
gonna
care.
head out and go to
We're
sleep.
just
We're
gonna
gonna
head
head
out.
Okay, so
She said it too. It's like a
it's
plague
almost
on the
like
land.
we're all related to each other.
Word.
First of all, thank you so much for all the replies. I didn't think this would get so big.
How could it not?
That's what she said.
What is
Frank,
What?
inappropriate. Stay off the
This is all
sangria.
inappropriate. I have read pretty much all of them. Special shout out goes to the person who says this was fake solely on the fact that I write like a man, whatever that means.
Right
What?
like a man?
You write like a man.
I don't believe you.
How do you write like a...
That doesn't make any sense.
the word-
That
Words you
doesn't sound
choose.
like it's a woman's voice. This sounds like a man. A man wrote this.
Those people, whatever. Okay.
Someone named Deborah wrote that.
Deborah.
Fucking
Okay.
Deborah.
Sure wasn't Karen. Okay, go
Okay.
for it.
Also, thanks for all the gold and silver. It's appreciated, although if you want to spend money, give it to charity or something.
So people are sending her
Yeah, you can send people money on Reddit.
what kind of gold and silver?
It's like different. I don't know. I've never used it.
What?
It's actual money though.
You get people will send you money on Reddit?
Yeah.
What do you have to do to get money on Reddit? Because I want some.
You just become really popular.
Just
like
write
you make
a story about vaginas in a man's
make
voice.
a post like this. Make a very. I mean, we're talking about it right now. So you make a really subversive post.
Okay, and they'll send
Get a
you
lot of
actual
comments.
cash money
Yeah, 46,000 people saw her original post.
and send
What
her money.
the filth, Flarn filth? What? 46,000 people read
Yeah,
this shit?
and 82,000 saw the update.
What? Okay, well, let's hear it.
What?
Okay.
Get it going.
I went and talked to him this morning. I told him that his father is not going to look at me, and he needs to respect that. He was adamant that it needs to happen and accused me about lying about my virginity.
What?
Okay. I was trying to be calm and rational, but he was not having it and just became more and more angry. I told him if he really loved me, he would stand by me on this and tell his father no, to which he slapped me.
What? So, Phil, what?
Oh hell no! No!
There would be some murdered
No.
ass,
I would throw
Murdering.
hands at him too.
murdering
No.
ass murdering happening.
We would be throwing hands.
throwing hands.
I'd be throwing some boots in somebody's crotch.
crotch boots.
And he said he didn't need to prove anything.
Oh no, he
Ooh.
didn't.
So I-
Mm.
So I ended it.
Can
and
we
left
just
it.
find this guy? Can you do that on Reddit? There's a show I listen to where they find
No.
people on Reddit. Maybe we should find this guy.
people
and we
slap
should,
people all
like,
the time?
Boycott him. People slap people all the time. Is this what
Like,
the kids are doing
do we
on
need
Reddit?
to find specific people who slap people? I mean,
He should not be abusing women.
we could.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
And then they get slapped by 100 virgins.
No, no. What you do is you hire one of those professional slapping guys, like from the slapping sport.
Competitions?
Slapping competitions, like, there's always like the big dude who tries to play stuff off, and then like the strong guy who gets hit and he tries to play it off, but it's always the big dude that wins. So find the big dude with the weird facial hair and hire him to go find this motherfucker and slap him back.
Professional slappers.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
professionalslappers.com.
So
Yeah.
here's the
Professionalslappers.com.
last part if you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I ended it and left him.
Good.
Yay!
Yay!
Standing O.
I am currently back at my friend's house being miserable and eating pizza, which is pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, yep. Thanks, everyone. Smiley face.
Smiley face.
The
So
fuck?
she read like 46,000 comments in one night.
I don't think it was all one night.
Well, she said she went.
It was.
The wedding was in 2 days, right?
I'm sure after
So-
she got through the first like 3 like we did, she got the gist of how people were seeing this whole
Also,
situation.
post was almost a year ago.
Uh-huh.
So all this stuff happened not recently.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sure she spent a lot of time reading the stuff and
So rewind a little bit. They got engaged 8 months,
after they started dating, yeah.
and then how long between the proposal engagement to the wedding date? Did I miss that part?
I don't think she said that.
Okay.
All I know is this conversation that they originally had happened 2 days before the wedding.
Yeah.
Which is
So they did all this wedding planning.
yeah.
and no one said, "Hey, we need to measure you for your Hymen check dress."
What? Okay.
And she just like blew it off. Like they said it in another language, so she didn't understand. She didn't speak that language. And
I
she was
don't-
like, "What's a schlablably dress?" Oh, don't worry about it. No. It's like, don't worry about it.
There's a lot to unpack with this. Also, she's 22. Poor girl.
Damn.
Like, oh.
No, good. Because at 22, that she would, luckily say, no, I'm not going to go out like this. Even though I love this guy. Obviously, she loves him or she wouldn't want to marry him.
How do you...
And then she's going to say no to the entire situation. And she got to a point with this guy where she found out who he really is. Because if he retaliates the way that he did because of her saying no to it, then it's just like, oh, I know who you really are, who you'll be to me. If he slaps her once, just like we were saying before, he's gonna fucking slap her again.
Yeah,
as soon as she doesn't want whatever this new crazy shit that he wants her to do in the future. I mean, come on.
She stood her ground, which is very important.
Yeah, it's very important. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do at any age, but it's really hard to do when you're really young and especially in love with some fool. And then just to say, no, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to go out like a bitch like that. So, yay for her.
And she doesn't talk about having a conversation with her mother or father about it.
That didn't happen in the post, so we don't know.
We don't know.
Like, how do you tell your mother? I was like, by the way, Jim.
I mean, it sounds like she wasn't on board with it at all.
Jim Senior is supposed to check me. That is some fucked up. Where do they live?
I don't know. She says she's an American.
There's all kinds of stuff that happens here.
Dude. I want to know what culture that is.
Yeah, like, is that just their family thing? Or is this like...
It's a weird thing. And why do they put so much stake in it?
It sounds cultish.
It does sound cultish. That's what I'm saying. I think they might be a devil worshiper cult.
They probably all have really long beards.
Yeah.
They never cut their hair. They wear a lot of hats.
Yeah. Wear a lot of hats.
And linen.
Hats and linen. That's a look. It's an idea. It's a thought.
Unkempt hair, hats, and linen.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's all about Prince right now.
Oh, is that right?
A lot of Prince.
Is that right?
And Prince people.
Prince and Prince people?
You know what's weird?
No, what's
is that when I was
royalty?
looking for music on the line, I can't find the Apollonia versions of any of the songs.
Were there Apollonia versions of songs?
Yeah. She sang songs in Purple Rain. And she had her own songs with her group, Apollonia 6.
Soundtrack?
No, it's not. It's just Prince songs on the Purple Rain soundtrack. There's no More Stay in the Time, like nobody else.
Wow.
Yeah,
it's like that.
It's weird.
So you can't find
But you
any
can find
Apollonia?
Vanity, yeah, you can find Vanity, you can find Sheila E., you can find,
maybe she upset
Sheena
somebody.
Easton. No, she has music, but I think it's all like Christian music.
Maybe that's what it is. She's like,
Really
I want
weird.
to erase that part of my life because I'm not that girl anymore.
That was in her contract with Prince. She's like, you know what? I'm all about God now.
So I don't want it.
I don't want to see any of those dirty pictures of me.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie's still out there, so all her business is in the streets.
All the streets.
The business is out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People change.
Yeah.
And then they want to erase their lives. Luckily, you can't.
Well, she did. I
it's
can't
hard to
find
do
the
that.
music.
Yeah, you can't really erase your life.
Well, she made an attempt.
I mean, if enough time passes, you can be like, oh, that was a long time ago. I've really grown since then.
I mean, that is a thing. People get themselves scrubbed from the internet.
You can get yourself scrubbed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have clients that you look them up on the internet and there is nothing about them.
Yeah.
And they have very distinctive names.
No, that's hot.
You look up on their name online and it's like it only shows up as like the owner of the company they work for.
Mhm.
I mean, the work for.
Own.
Like the owner of the company
Mm-hmm.
That they own.
that they own. And like, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else. No social medias, no nothing.
Rich people shit.
Wealthy people shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They're
They're
not
not
rich.
rich.
They're
They're wealthy.
wealthy.
Damn
Yeah.
it.
Wealthy.
But people make a lot of mistakes in life because we're all people.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
So, when they're younger, they probably did a lot of stupid stuff like cocaine all the time and like,
Why does it always get back
Why
to
is it
cocaine?
always
It always
back
gets
to
that
the-
obsession with cocaine.
like maybe they went to
Just
jail or like,
straight to cocaine.
they just like they had a secret family. Yeah, it could be anything.
Secret family.
Yeah, they're keeping that shit secret.
They probably currently have a secret family.
Yeah, probably 2 or 3.
I mean, if you can afford it, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as everybody's down with it, I guess it's fine.
Wealthy people do a lot of freaky shit. Man.
Like for instance,
Yeah, because
And I
why not?
I can't talk about half the shit that I know about these wealthy motherfuckers, man.
how would they know? They've
Huh?
been scrubbed from the internet. How do they know?
They might hear this and be like, "Hey, that's about me."
Yeah, they'll scrub me off the earth.
Oh well, we don't want that.
Like you
Yeah.
can't talk about what I do, even though you
Well-
don't say their name.
So, Daddy said this thing one time about rich people and the stuff
Wealthy
they do.
people.
Wealthy people.
Wealthy.
That like they can fake their own deaths by
Easily.
but by like what did you say? It was 3D printing
What?
a different version, like a whole full body 3D print of themselves.
Who said this?
Daddy said
I didn't say
I
that.
didn't say
What?
that. They 3D print their own self with their 3D printers and then fake their own deaths.
That is not
I
real.
never
You
said
did
that.
say, because I was like, what? 3D printing their own body? Wealthy people wouldn't do anything, Anna. I'm like, well, okay.
So they
Well,
just-
I mean, I said it was probably a possibility.
uh-huh.
I
they
didn't say it was a thing.
They just 3D print a body and they throw it
'Cause-
off a bridge or something?
Yeah.
'Cause
Like
you
a
can-
skydiving accident?
Yeah, you can 3D print all kinds of organic like stuff, apparently.
You can.
Well, if
Apparently.
you're wealthy enough.
Yeah. I mean, I probably said it was it's in today's technology, you know.
What, today's technology, or the
can-
wealthy version of today's technology, yeah.
Well, I mean, you can take have your teeth made,
Uh-huh.
like duplicate your teeth and
Yeah.
shove them in somebody's mouth,
Uh-huh.
and then
But you can
get
tell
rid of that
it's not
body.
a real tooth, Frank.
No, like
3D printed teeth are made of plastic. They're not real teeth.
they're made out of tooth material.
They're not made. Who do you? Frank,
Why do you think wealthy
it's
people
plastic.
have all those capped teeth, man?
They're still just. They're
So they
like
can fake their own
porcelain and
deaths.
Plastic. They're not.
Yeah.
So, I can fake my own death because none of my teeth are real.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
you
saying
get copy
is
dental records.
they get a copy of
their-
their own teeth.
yeah, yeah.
Because they all have fake teeth.
But you said a whole body.
Yeah, well, that's the
So
body
now you're
part.
fine with it. Now that I'm reminding you that you said it and
Well,
I wrote it
probably
down
said
somewhere.
that it might be a thing.
First, you were like, no,
wrote
and
it-
now I'm like,
you
oh,
wrote it on the paper.
I wrote it in my phone.
Yeah.
You know what you do? You know what they should do?
What?
Is if they really want to fake their own death, they get someone they don't care about, just like a peasant.
a fucking peasant.
And
Peasant.
around the same size as they are.
Uh huh.
And they just take them to the dentist and get their dental
Yeah,
records
it was
to match
been on
theirs.
like 50 movies.
Yeah, it's the same thing. They can put the dental records and then they just burn up the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, these days it's hard to commit crimes like that.
Why?
For who?
For people, because back in the olden days, you used to be able to,
Back in the olden days.
before all the
the year
computers
2000
and the
year
cameras
2000.
everywhere, you could go out and you could like fake your identity. You can tell people you're Joe Blow, and they'd be like, "Okay, hi Joe Blow." There's no way for me to find out if you're actually Joe
And they
Blow.
just trusted people for
They
some
just
reason.
trusted people, and you could just do
Idiots.
anything. You could kill people all over the place, and no one could find them because there was no DNA.
Well,
None
like
of that shit was real.
movie Catch Me If You Can. Wasn't
Yeah,
that based
you
on a real story?
Yes, it was because you could
Some
do that.
Kid was
You could-
pretending to be
You
a
could catch
pilot.
me if you can, anytime you felt like it. Anytime.
Catch
Because
anybody
it was
when
so
you
easy.
can.
And you can just kill people willy-nilly and just throw their bodies in the fucking desert and
they'll be
no one
like,
will ever find out.
We don't know what happened.
Oh, I don't even know.
We
I
can't
don't
find him.
Yeah, I had never even heard of that guy. Oh, we have no way of knowing that you've heard of this guy because there's no Facebook showing you with this fucking guy.
Joe
None of
Blow, who's
stuff.
that?
Joe Blow. Don't know who that is.
Never
You
heard of
can't
him.
prove it. You can't even connect this.
What do they
and
look
then
like?
You can't take hair strands and like look at his hair, the other hair. It just looked like hair. No one knew what it meant.
So you're saying nobody ever solved any crimes
They probably did.
before 1990?
Just took him a long time.
They just threw
just
book at
gave up
people that
over-
they didn't like the way they
like
looked.
if they didn't solve it in 48 hours,
They're
then
like,
they're like,
fuck this. It's
They're
over.
like, I like this guy for
Oh,
it.
this-
yeah,
this
that's
case
what,
is cold.
exactly what they say in movies, though, Zoe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
I
they
like
do.
this guy for
who do you
it.
like for this? Joe Blow.
It was definitely Joe
this
Blow.
wrong motherfucker walked in front of a cop and was like, you know what? I like that guy for that crime. Let's just pick his ass up and put him in jail.
Let's make
That's
him
what they
confess.
did.
That's what they did.
And then poor people who didn't do anything went to prison
Yes,
for
exactly.
a long
Or
time.
some hobo. They'd get a hobo.
But there's hope for them.
No, they would kill a hobo
Yes.
and then
There's a
plant,
whole
plant
thing.
all the evidence on the hobo.
No, it doesn't have to be hobos. It can just be regular people.
So you were
Yeah, it
talking
was.
about some show this morning. What's it called again?
Love After Lockup.
Ah.
I just started
It's-
watching it.
It sounds.
You just started like today or last couple days?
No. The guy I was laying pipe with really liked
Oh
reality
my
TV.
Oh no, no, no. Very inappropriate.
So he really liked reality TV, and that's like his favorite show.
That's how you know that you should get away from men who want to sit around watching reality TV. They are a no-go. But go ahead.
what? That's one of your red flags.
It's
You
another
have
one of my
very
flags.
many.
It's like, no.
If
If some guy's like, you know what?
I
My
love
favorite
reality TV.
show is like, what's the one where you give out roses and you date?
The Bachelor.
Yeah, I love The Bachelor, and I like seeing this guy hook up with like 100 chicks, and then
If a straight man says that,
and then I'm
run.
like,
Oh,
no.
that's how I'd know he's gay.
no. This is how you know
that's-
there's
you know it's too much time on
has-
his hand.
too much time on his hands, and he has bad taste. But go ahead. Sorry,
I would never date someone who watched The Bachelor. Psh.
watch
Love
your
After
ex-boyfriends
Lockup.
and be like, Bachelor's my favorite show.
Love After Lockup is a great show. It's freaking hilarious.
Hilarious.
It's amazing how much stuff happens in that show. Like there
So-
are these couples. So the premise
Yeah,
is
what's the
that
premise?
there's someone in prison
Uh-huh.
and someone that's not in prison and is dating them.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So they
pretty
were dating
straightforward.
before prison, or they started dating once they got in there?
On season 1, there's like one person who was dating someone before they went to prison,
Mm-hmm.
and then they continued to date after he got out. But that couple is really weird because they met outside
Well,
of prison.
because that whole premise isn't weird, but yeah, they're weirder than that.
You know, prisoners deserve love too. But so that couple, the guy talks like a robot. He was the one in prison.
What?
Yeah, he like has no emotion. And she's like, I love him so much. He's the best. And he went to prison for like 8 years.
And he's like, do
For-
not compute.
Yeah, he's like, I love her. I can't wait to get married.
Straight face, no emotion,
Just like
just
nothing.
blank.
And his hair is so flat. But that, I mean, he didn't make himself. But
He didn't make himself.
he went to prison for like 8 years for a bar fight. I'm like, he needs a better lawyer. And then there's this couple where they started dating while he was in prison, the guy, and the woman's outside of prison. And the lady is crazy. Like she's like, I like it better when he was in prison because I knew where he was all the time. I'm like, that's why she's dating a prisoner.
So did they meet while he was in prison?
Yeah.
Okay. So she wants to meet guys who are locked up.
So she knows where they are.
So she knows where they are.
Yeah, he started hanging out with his friends, and she's like, she's all mad at him all the time, and he's staying out too late. She's like, you said we spend every night together when you got out. And he's like, you're crazy. And she's like, I never said I wasn't crazy.
Oh.
I didn't claim
there
to
you
not be
go.
crazy.
She's honest.
She's like, you're right, bro.
Yeah, so they kept showing this horrible scene where there's this like older guy, and he's like,
Horrible scene?
yeah, they kept showing it. You know how in reality shows they show recaps
Yeah.
all the time? So there's a guy who's like 60, and he's dating this prisoner woman who she's been in there forever. And she sends him pictures, and he sends her money. And they've been dating for 2 years, you know, quote, dating. For 2 years, and he sent her $90,000.
While she was in prison.
Yeah.
What does a prison person do with $90,000?
Commissary? I don't know.
I mean, how much commissary stuff
For
is
2
that?
years? That's like 45
I
grand
mean,
a year.
that's a lot. I'm like, how is he funding this? He loves her.
So was he complaining about the 90,000, or was he bragging about the 90,000?
his son was like, you can't be doing this, man.
Man.
Why can't I get that
do this,
90?
man. And he went to
Funny,
go.
man.
He went to go pick her up from prison, and the guard was like, she's not getting out today. and she'd never called him and stuff, and he's like, she's messing with me. And then there's a scene of him driving the car because he had to drive like 4 hours to get to her.
Yeah, they're always really far away
in the
from
middle
everything.
of nowhere.
Yeah, always.
You don't want to be near Prisoner.
Yeah, exactly. The prison should be in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Well, and I guess if they break out like they show in every movie, prisoners are always breaking out and just running amok.
Going through some kind of sewer system.
Yeah.
So he drove 4 hours to go pick her up, and she was like, didn't even
wasn't
say,
getting out.
I'm not getting out today.
Yeah.
When did she actually get out?
We don't know. Years. But so there's this scene of him. That's not the important part.
Okay.
So there's
not
this
important, Frank.
scene
Don't
of
worry about
him,
it.
like, he has to get out of the car because he has to, like, throw up. And they keep showing the
Why
scene
does
of him
he have to
throwing
throw up?
Because he's, like, has anxiety.
So he's so distraught that he
Yeah.
had to vomit.
Yeah. And they kept showing it in, like, every episode. And then I was telling the guy I was with, I'm like, I can't watch this show anymore. I'm like, I can't see the scene again. He's like, no, they're gonna show it anymore. And I'm like, they show it in every episode.
Times. 17 more times. Every episode they recap to him throwing up in that car.
Yeah. And he's such a jerk. He's like, look, they're showing the guy again. I'm like, I don't want to see it.
I don't want to see the vomits again.
I hate this
more
guy.
vomit. It's mean.
Yeah, well, I guess they want to show something that seems like something serious is happening.
Yeah.
I know, like the most recent season of the Tattoo Show.
Mm-hmm.
Tattoo Master? Master Tattoos?
Tattoo Master.
Ink Master.
There you go. Ink Master. The most recent season of that, it seemed like almost every fight they had was on every episode was staged this year.
It did. It did.
100% staged. And they were all
these
bad
people
actors.
could
They're not
act.
actors.
Yeah, they couldn't act.
They're just tattoo artists.
I'm so mad because someone said this about something, and they're like,
and the fights are always about nothing. I'm like, what are you even fighting about?
Because it's funny that they were probably okay with not spending the money on the finale because of Corona times or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Because these motherfuckers were so boring.
They were super boring.
The last
And so-
3 people were boring as
Yeah,
fuck.
and so they showed like these terrible made up fights on every episode because it's part of the show. And then,
after a certain point, because after all the character people, like the people with real personalities and the people
or with some kind of personality.
that would actually be mad and fight about something, after they left, they just had these boring people left, and it was like
Not enough drama.
yeah.
Yeah, so they would show, when they show recaps or whatever, they always have to show something that looks like it might be something.
Yeah, and I usually fast forward through that anyways, but
Because Daddy loves
might
to fast
catch a-
forward through all the excitement.
they might catch a couple
don't-
seconds of something happening, and I'll be like, dude, what's happening here? These motherfuckers cannot act.
I don't
And
want
this
to see
is
a
not
fight.
real.
I don't want to see people have sex. I
This
don't
is
want to see
not
a car
real.
chase. I don't want to see a fight scene. I don't want to see any of the exciting parts of things that most people want to see. But anyway, go back to your people in prison. What else do these prisoners get into?
All kinds of stuff.
All kinds of stuff.
There's another. Oh, she's kind of like not the most interesting one.
Well,
But-
then we don't want to hear about her.
I mean, she has like these 2 kids. She lives in Utah and she's a Mormon, but she's black.
But she's black.
I mean, she's
How
a
did
black
this
Mormon.
happen?
I don't know
Is
her
that a
life story.
Blorman?
Plorman. Why?
I don't know, but she
Mormon.
lives in a beautiful house in Utah,
Uh-huh.
Blarman.
and she
Mormon.
is like 37, and she is the guy that she's with has been in prison for 18 years.
What the fuck? Is that
Yeah.
the married, like the father of the kids?
No. So the father of the kids, her kids are like teenagers, and
Uh-huh.
she has one who's not a teenager. So she has 3 kids, and the dad doesn't really involve himself with their life, but he pays for them.
Mhm.
And she has been dating the prisoner guy for a while. He was in prison in Southern California.
Mm.
So when he gets out, she goes down there
Uh-huh.
to see him.
Mm-hmm.
So she drives down there with her kids.
With her
And then-
kids.
We're gonna go
why
see
are the
your
kids
new
your
dad.
Yes,
Yeah.
your new daddy.
Your new daddy, Carl.
Just
Oh,
like that.
freaks me
Oh
out.
my gosh. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I keep interrupting you. I'm sorry. But it made me think about that 90 Day Fiance
Oh yes,
with Big Ed and Rose. and she had her son calling him dad.
But that's what they all do.
Immediately.
That's what they all do, though.
And
like
then,
when the day they met at the airport.
No, like when they were just talking on the phone before he went there.
Oh,
to
yeah.
where
They're
she
doing
was.
FaceTime.
Yeah, and it's like your dad, and he was like, "Oh, my son, whatever." And then these fools broke up when they got to spend time with each other in real life. And then this little kid is like, "Oh, what happened to my?" You know, like of course the kid's gonna be like, "What happened to my dad?"
You ruined it
now
for me.
more
I
dad
didn't know
for
they
me.
broke up.
I
didn't know. Spoiler
how
alert.
did you were watching it with us.
How could
I
how
didn't
could
see
you...
the breakup scene. I'm mortified.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I spoiled for you.
I'm gonna cry.
That they broke up, but they broke up because he was horrible to her. He said,
was.
"Oh, I got you a gift. Here's some slinky lingerie
and toothpaste,
and good toothpaste, not just toothpaste, good toothpaste,
good toothpaste."
And a good toothbrush because your breath, meh, I don't like it.
And this is
she's
mouthwash.
like, I have an ulcer. It's not my breath. And he's like, oh, okay. You know what? I really like it if you shave your legs, bitch. Don't worry about shave your legs, motherfucker. What about that? And then what was the other thing? It was one more thing.
The STD check.
Oh yeah, you have to get, but he didn't need to get one. What the fuck?
We don't know where he's been.
You definitely don't know where he's been. But here's the thing about that guy.
Greasy head.
Is that so I keep getting, and I don't know how it happened. I need you to make it stop, Frank, as a matter of fact. So every day I get these pop-up
tech
things.
Support.
Yeah, hey, tech support, I need your help. Pop-up things from YouTube on my phone. And I know you said, oh, it's because you subscribed to something. I haven't subscribed to anything on YouTube. Nothing. But I get these YouTube things about 90 Day Fiance every day. And one of them was like, no neck ed. And I was like, that is horrible. That's horrible. The guy can't.
Motherfucker.
No, he has a disorder like he was born with that makes him have the short neck and then like
stout neck.
Yeah, and he's shorter in stature and he has a barrel chest and stuff. And he's like, and so this disorder is genetic and he has no control over that. And it's fucked up for people to point out something he has no control over.
Well, you know which Ed they're talking about.
Yeah, but it's Frank.
the only ad on the show.
But it's fucked up. It's fucked up to talk about somebody's disability that makes them different from other people and then treat them poorly because of it. How's about why not? Yes, saying something like that is fucked up. You know it's fucked up. What if they called you something, whatever they pick out, whatever the worst thing that people can notice about you,
no beard,
and they called you no beard,
no beard, Frank.
It's fucked up. But why don't they call him
Sexy Frank?
They could call him Asshole Ed. How about that? Because that's what he was, and that's more like more real.
Most people name Ed or assholes, so you would have to be more specific, and that's why they called him no neck
Ed.
Ed.
You know, hurt you at some point in your life.
Many Eds.
Many Eds hurt you. I've never known one. Maybe it's good since they're assholes.
Guys, I gotta tell you about the best couple on Love After Lockup.
Yes, please.
What happened when she went to go California?
Yeah. Oh, so the guy gets out of
she went to go California?
And she was all nervous about getting intimate. And then he starts like...
Just right away? Where were the kids?
Well, they were off doing their own thing.
Kids go play in the
motel
play in the
pool. Sand.
We'll just be a couple hours.
So she picks him up, and then they're in like the car wash, and he's like trying to get something started in the car.
Trying to holler in the car?
And she's like, cover the camera. I'm like, whoa. Calm down. But anyway, so then he wants her to move to LA. And she's like, I have a beautiful house in Utah. It's a whole thing. But anyway, the other couple, the guy has the crazy eyes.
Okay.
And he wasn't the prisoner. The prisoner was this woman who she went to prison for drug abuse. Yeah, she did heroin all the time. And he met her on some like prison hotties website. I don't know why it's a thing.
Why is that a thing?
Probably found it on Reddit.
Hotties.
Yeah, and she was a prison hottie, I guess.
Is she a prison?
Was she hottie?
I mean, she was attractive. She used to be a model.
Of the heroin.
Who's making the money off of prison hotties? Is it the prison?
Is it the prison?
No, the hotties make the money off the prison.
No, they don't make money. They just get
get dudes.
Yeah,
or women or
it's
whomever.
Like a hookup site.
Also,
like a hookup site.
How do you even? I mean, are you searching for prison hotties? Like,
let's see.
They want to know where the girls
I'm
are.
some prison hotties right now. See what I get.
So she was a model before she went to prison. And that's how she got hooked on heroin.
Got it.
Through the industry.
That
Fucking
happens.
industry.
I know the industry, right? So she gets out of prison and she immediately goes back on heroin, of course.
In prison,
Immediately.
right?
Yeah, I don't know. But the guy, he wants her to start modeling to get a job because she's the one to support her all the time. She's like, I'm not doing modeling again because that's how I got on heroin. And I want to be
he's like,
sober.
Just don't do heroin.
Yeah, because he doesn't understand addiction. Jerk.
Ooh, here's
But,
jailbabes.com. Okay.
But she...
Hot shot inmates.
What?
Hot shot.
Babes
Are there like
behind
buff guys
bars.
on there?
You're about to get some fishing ass emails.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Close it, hurry.
Close, abort.
Yeah, they only can work out when they're there, so they're gonna be buff.
Well, yeah. Guys come out looking.
They have like an
very
hour
good.
a day at least. But so she starts getting sick a lot, and she misses her interview to the model. And he's like, I don't know why she's missing her interview.
I can tell you why.
Yeah, and so she's in the bathroom. She's like, I feel sick. I don't know why.
It's
And
called withdrawals.
yeah, exactly. No, it's not withdrawals. It's like she's
doing the
actively.
heroin.
Yeah. So one day they're at lunch, and she's like, I've been sick a lot lately, and I'm worried that I might be pregnant. And he's like freaking out. He's like, what? Pregnant? No.
Who do I call?
I know. And she's like, and he's like, are you gonna take a test? Like, do you know? She's like, I'm a little late. He's like, but you need to know for sure. And she's like, I have a test right here in the bag.
She just happened to have one with her at the restaurant.
Here it is at the restaurant.
She's all swing, bam, right
And he's
here.
like, okay, please take it right now.
They're at a restaurant.
Yeah,
Still
they're
at the restaurant. They never leave the restaurant to take.
They
said
have
She
test.
has a little CVS bag with the test in it.
Yeah, they have not left the building.
Okay.
And she goes to the bathroom. She's in there for quite a while. He's waiting. He wants to know the verdict. And she comes out and she's slurring her words, of course. And I was telling the guy I was with, I'm like, she's slurring her words a little bit. Like, something's up. He already knew what was going to happen. He's like, oh, what do you think's going on? Anyway.
Did he watch this show already and then
yeah, he
watch
already
it
watched.
again?
He wants to watch it with me.
What? Okay, whatever. Weird. All
I
right,
don't know.
Go ahead.
So she comes out and she's slurring her words. She's acting real weird. And she doesn't say anything. He's like, okay, like, what's going on? What's happening? She starts talking about something else. And
Slurring and changing subjects.
yeah. She's like, can you just wait 2 seconds? Or you can't just wait. Like, and she starts getting mad at him. And he's like, you went in there to take a pregnancy test.
She's like, what's a pregnancy test?
Who's pregnant?
And then
Are
like,
you pregnant?
and after like
Where's the baby?
after like 10 minutes, she finally was like, it was negative. And he's like, was that so hard to just tell me? He's like, what's wrong with you?
She's all, what test? Oh, it was negative.
I'm so fucked
It was
up right
the
now.
test was negative, and then again she's like, what test?
Yeah, so then they find out that, and she goes back to prison.
She got caught with stuff on her again or something.
They were filming her.
No.
This is a TV show.
Did they film
Yeah.
her actively shooting
No,
up
but
heroin?
they have footage of her like acting all weird.
Did-
She could
footage of
just
her
have low
scoring?
sugar or something.
She did not.
You know, those model types, they don't eat a lot. Maybe she
And then,
just
like,
was hungry.
In the recap episode, he's like,
A reunion?
yeah, the reunion or whatever they do. And he's like, well, we found out that she was using the whole time.
Yeah. Big fucking surprise, jackass.
And he has like a new girlfriend now.
Oh, he just couldn't.
Did he meet her
He
on
couldn't
prison?
wait around.
A
Hotties?
non-heroin girlfriend.
Oh.
From prisonhotties.com?
No, like a person in IRL. He learned his lesson the first time.
Don't be searching for prisonhotties.com.
I mean, some of those girls could be in there, you know, be fine upstanding women and
Yeah.
upstanding men. He just picked the wrong one. But I mean, I get her, you know, you're in jail and all you want is some heroin. And so the first thing you do is when you get out, it's like,
You get
I
some.
gotta
Yeah.
get some fucking heroin.
That's addiction. Like, you know, heroin is a big deal. Like, you do heroin once, you're hooked for life.
Well, I
Don't
feel
do the heroin.
Like
Yeah,
sugar's a
don't
big
even
deal for
try
me.
it.
You know, I would get out and just get all the sugars inside my body.
They have
if I
sugar
was
in
stuck.
there. Now,
Are
you
you
can't
sure
eat
they
a
have
bunch.
sugar in prison?
They can't eat a bunch because
They
remember
would give me, like,
I went
a
to
cookie.
the
They
mini
limit it.
micro museum. They had 12 cinnamon rolls all lined up on
Yeah.
one of the displays, And the story
in
was
New York City.
in New York City, in the mini museum, whatever it was called. They had the story about the guy who killed himself and put himself in a diabetic coma and died from eating 12 cinnamon rolls. So they had to stop the cinnamon rolls at the commissary.
Because one motherfucker died?
Ruined it for everybody.
Only 12?
Yeah. He ate 12 cinnamon rolls in a row.
In one sitting.
Yeah, in one sitting. Like just bam, 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 bam. And that's how he died.
Was he trying to die?
Yes, he was trying to commit suicide.
Oh, well,
it wasn't an accident.
I mean, that seems like a
But they don't want someone else to do it.
I mean,
once the word gets out,
death
oh
by
shit, I
sugar?
can kill myself by eating 12
if
cinnamon
you're
cinnamon buns.
diabetic, if I ate 12 cinnamon buns,
I'd
I
be
would just
fine,
be very
yeah.
full. I
You
would
probably
die.
go into a coma.
I
Yeah.
would not. No,
No,
people with
no.
diabetes would go into comas, honey. Not people
If you
without
had
diabetes.
if you have too much of
I
anything,
have too much sugar all the time.
Yeah, she's
no.
built up a tolerance.
Like on a
Not
daily basis.
that much. You don't
I had
have
so many
that
fucking
much.
cookies today. BT dubs.
You had two
a
cookies.
lot of cookies today.
I did. I only had 2 cookies today.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Now, if you had 14 of those cookies, you'd probably pass out.
I've
and
done
die.
that before. When I made those oatmeal cookies last week, I ate so many cookies. I just ate cookies until I couldn't eat cookies anymore. I just couldn't fit any more physically in my body. And then I still ate another one after. I got so full. I was like, if I eat another cookie, I mean, I feel so full, I shouldn't eat another cookie. But then I was like, oh, what a fucking cookie. I just
Impulse
love
control.
the way it fills my mouth. And so,
Especially if it's hot.
what?
Especially if it's hot.
Oh, yeah, when it's hot. Oh, God.
Hot
So-
raw cookie.
Oh,
I know,
so
it's like
good.
not even cooked all the way.
I love them when they're all soft.
No.
And they're like barely cooked, like they're just like I like a rare cookie, like a
Yeah.
medium rare.
Rare. I want that
Blue
cookie
rare.
to still be moving.
Yeah,
I want it to still
So-
be making the oatmeal noises it made when it was alive. The alive oatmeal noises.
I just feel like my oatmeal cookies are the greatest oatmeal cookies on planet Earth. There are none. I've never had another one as good as mine. Never. And so when I eat it, I feel like I've accomplished something that no one else has ever accomplished.
What's the saying? Weird brag, but
Weird-
okay.
weird- I was gonna say it. Weird flex, but okay.
Word, yeah.
They're better than anything that anyone else has ever made.
Weird flex, but okay.
It's just the truth. I don't know what to tell you. And so, yes, if I were locked up in jail, as soon as I got out, I would go in my little kitchen. I would make like so many fucking oatmeal cookies.
You're breaking your parole by doing that.
Yeah.
by making oatmeal cookies.
That's why you went in the first place.
Yeah.
for my cookie addiction.
Yeah.
Who am I, the Cookie Monster?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're not allowed to associate with any ingredients
But I
to
wouldn't
make
have
oatmeal cookies.
a fucking diabetic coma because I would have died last week. And I'm here and alive. I don't have the diabetes. I don't have the sugar. So people with diabetes, yes, it is bad for them. I feel sorry because they can't eat cookies like I do.
So anyway, the girl who admitted to being crazy, remember her?
I never said I wasn't crazy.
yeah.
Yeah. They decided to get married.
Uh-huh.
So even though she was always on him, and she was tracking him all the time too. Like she was tracking his phone.
Like some kind of weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's creepy when people do that to you.
I'm like, I'd be freaked out.
Uh-huh. It is freaky.
And also, like, he just got out of prison. Give him a chance. He needs some freedom. He's already on parole. And now he's getting tracked by his girlfriend.
Weird.
And she kept pressuring him to get married. And the ring wasn't good enough. It was a whole thing. Anyway, so they went to get married. And they didn't have a big wedding. They just had they eloped.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole time, she's like, I don't want to get married this way. And she's making this pouty face. Like, she just looks so unhappy the whole time. She's like, this is the worst. I don't want my wedding to be like this. And then at the altar, she's like, I love you so much, but I need to have a big wedding. Like, I can't get married like this. Even though they already
stupid.
paid for it and everything.
Stupid.
I'm like, okay, chick.
Yeah. That's a red flag. Like, okay, cool.
Is it red
Well,
flag day around
well,
here?
we'll have
It's
a,
turned quite a bit.
We'll have a new wedding girl.
Yeah.
And then pew.
Yeah,
out
I
the
think
fuck
he's-
out of there.
He just needed a place to live. Like, he,
Oh.
he needed, like, you know, it was like you get out of prison, like, you needed some stability. And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
I've been dating this chick for 4 years. I'll stay with her.
Hook up with that chick.
But
Been
then she's
dating her for
crazier
7.
than he thought.
I need a big wedding. Yeah, you don't want that because it doesn't matter.
Also, he was in prison since he was like 18, and he was
Wow.
24 when he got out. So he
What
didn't
did he
have
go
much
to jail for?
experience. I think it was like a robbery or something.
That's gross.
It's
Yeah.
gross.
He was a bad kid.
That's a strange reaction.
And
He was a bad
I'm
kid?
like, was he a virgin before he went to prison? Like, that's the big question, right?
Not anymore.
Is that the big question? We're bringing our conversation back around to virgins. You have to teach
But
stuff.
then there's this one scene where he's like, well, I haven't done anything in a while. I'm like, so when he's 18, he's macking on some chicks?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess. Sure.
I'm sure he had some kind of something going on while he was in prison for 6 years.
I mean,
Something going on. Is that what you think? Do you think you would have something going on in prison if you were in prison for 6 years?
Me?
6 years? If you knew you were only going to be in prison for 6 years, which is not an eternity.
only?
Which is-
6 years is a
Yeah,
long
it's not
time.
a long time.
What?
So
if you're in prison? Yeah, that's
If
a
you
long
were gonna
time.
be in prison for 4 to 6 years, and you knew it wouldn't be longer than that. Would you feel
4
like
to
you
6.
need to have a relationship going on in prison
Well,
while
It's
you're
not
in
a
there?
relationship, it's a sex friend.
Yeah, I know.
Depending on what type of prison it is, you don't really have a choice.
I'm saying if you had the choice, Frank. I understand. I'm not talking about people
What
being raped.
type of prison?
I'm talking about
Isn't
type
that
of prison.
all of them?
I don't know. No one knows. Luckily, knock on wood, none of us here know that. So I'm just saying, do you feel like you would have a relationship if you were in prison for 4 to 6 years?
Relationship and sex are two different things.
A sex relationship with someone. Do you feel like you need to do that?
No.
Well, you said he probably had that.
No, I said he probably didn't have a choice.
No, you didn't say that. You probably had something like that
No,
going on.
he probably did have someone because people need other people.
Yeah. I mean, even like a few months is too long.
You don't know. And
No.
you just
If
have
I
to
know-
watch one
listen,
prison movie.
I
That
don't
shit's
watch
not
that.
made up.
Frank, listen here. I'm kind of really straight. And
Watch
so
Orange is the New Black.
that's why I don't watch that stuff.
Yeah, a
'cause
lot
it's-
of straight girls
it's
get their stuff going on.
These are all men's sick fantasies. So
Yeah.
it's what it is.
Didn't a woman write that show?
I don't know. I didn't watch the show. I don't like
Yeah.
seeing women in jail catfighting with their boobs out. I'm gonna get you.
Yeah.
Their boobs aren't out. What?
Sure it is. And that's what they always have. Anyway,
What?
so if I know, okay, it's gonna be a few years.
You can't really talk from experience. I mean,
It'll be fine. I'll be fine.
No, you'll break real quick.
No, I wouldn't, because all the stuff that happens downstairs with women all seems gross to me. Every part of it.
Just don't look.
I don't want to touch any of it. I don't want any of that. So, ill.
Just
you
close
just
your eyes.
pretend.
Thanks.
You just
Yeah.
face fuck. What's it called? What did the chick call it on the movie?
It was opposite.
Face fuck. Fuck face? No,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
face fuck.
No, it was opposite.
I think we watched a lot of movies yesterday. That's
Fuckface.
what it feels like.
Yeah.
What was that
Are
one?
you
the
gonna
last
fuck
couple
face me?
days. Yeah.
What was that?
Remember?
What
Are
was
you
it?
gonna fuck
The
face me?
Wrong
You
Missy?
could
Yeah.
pretend I'm the other girl.
No, I don't have really an imagination like that. So it would still be a vagina.
You gotta work on that.
and I don't want one
just
of those.
close your eyes and pretend like just.
And
No,
those-
like you close your eyes while someone
and then
works you
while
out.
they're doing
but then
stuff,
I would
you
have to
just-
do something to them, I'm sure, and I don't
Not
want
necessarily.
to do that.
What if they're okay with it?
Yeah,
Why
they might
would
just
they
be
be-
okay with it because they're a lesbian. They want to do that.
Ew, no,
Mm-hmm.
no, thanks. I pass. I'll wait.
Yeah.
I'll hold it until then.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
If I can hold pooping for 2 weeks on a
I
trip,
can.
then I can
I
hold
once-
my release for 4 to 6 years.
I
long time.
held my urine for one whole day because I was in a place where the bathroom was not up to par. And
Oh,
so,
I do that a lot.
And so I was like, I'll just hold it until I can get to the
Can
actual
just
bathroom.
lean over it.
Lean over it? No.
Isn't that what chicks do?
No, lean over
Like
it.
a
No.
super
You
moldy
hover.
bathroom.
You don't lean. Yes, you hover.
Hover.
But no, it was still not going to work out.
Can't chicks hover?
I hover. I'm
That's
a
what the
professional.
whole-
I can stand. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's hovering.
I'm a No, I'm not hovering. I'm standing. Standing
Well,
up.
yeah, I don't
straight.
think you're floating. Of
I'm
course,
standing
you're
there.
using your feet.
I was hovering is when you're kind of like knees bent above the toilet.
Yeah.
I can stand all the way up straight.
Oh, yeah.
That's
We
a-
have a
that's a
professional.
feat.
I'm a
in the
professional
building.
peer. But I used to be, not anymore, a professional holder. And so, no, if I can hold
No mo.
my urine
Too many kids.
and hold my poops,
Too many kids.
holding the other stuff too. I can hold it.
I can hold everything.
I can hold it all. I'll wait.
Sure you can.
I can't. I'm not gonna wait.
Okay.
I'm also super straight, but I'm like
maybe you're not.
No,
See,
I am very, very straight.
I am very, very, very
Can't hold it
straight.
though.
And so, since I'm very, very, very straight, and I know there's people on it, I know there's just the spectrum of people. I just don't happen to be on.
There
that
could be a
part of
really
spectrum.
masculine person in the prison.
She would have to be a real masculine woman with the biggest
Yeah.
clitoris you've ever seen.
Ugh.
Yeah, maybe one of those deep clits.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah.
I guess it is a thing. So maybe never say never.
That's what I'm saying.
Have you guys
After
seen?
a while,
After a while, that clit's gonna look
if
amazing.
Gina comes up and she's
Gina.
like, "Hey, girl,
With a deep voice.
I can make you happy,"
Okay. Well, we'll see.
with like the chest tied back,
As long as I don't have to put any fingers or anything inside of anything.
You know, you guys got to watch.
Oh, what
It's
is
the
it?
Gwyneth Paltrow show. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, Goop.
yeah.
Yeah, we watched it.
Very
Some of it.
interesting stuff.
I watched all of it. I think. Which part are you talking about specifically?
Just all of it.
Just all of it.
Just all of it.
The whole thing.
Just the whole.
You
The
know,
whole thing.
yeah, I think it's super weird that the wealthier you get as an actor or performer or something, the weirder shit you're into.
I told you,
Weird
wealthy
shit.
people do weird shit.
And I think they do it just because they get just so bored.
Yes,
They're
They,
just so
they
bored.
don't have anything else to do.
like
I
that
mean-
show, Happy.
Yeah. It's just like, okay, well, I'm bored. Let's try it.
It's like,
Whatever
oh,
it
let's
is.
see.
bored.
Let's see if we can lower our
like-
age based
Yeah.
on our diet,
Yeah. What?
our physical age.
She lowered her age, but she was miserable.
Yeah, she's like, I hate eating space food all the
I
time.
can't wait to have
Space
French
food.
fries.
She was like eating soup and stuff.
And that, like,
Ew.
barely, it was a starvation diet.
Yeah,
Yeah, the fasting one.
Yeah. And so, no.
Yeah, I mean, if you can do fasting to lose weight and then maintain a healthy diet afterwards,
Yeah.
then you're good.
Yeah. But then if you think you're going to do it forever, you're not going to do it forever.
No.
Because something's going to happen. Whatever your trigger food is going to appear and trigger your ass.
Reese's
Like,
Cups.
or my fucking cookies.
Those
My
oatmeal-
prison cookies.
Those
As
oatmeal
soon as I
prison
get
cookies.
out-
Don't make
That's
them.
what you should call them, the oatmeal prison cookies.
Make you kill
Unless it'll
yourself
be
as
the
soon as you get out of
first.
prison.
Like, no, this is why I went to prison. It was these cookies.
Fucking cookies, man.
Like, there must be a story there.
I'm not really allowed to associate with these ingredients anymore. I have to stay 50 feet away from oatmeal.
Yeah. It's like when Anna gets to a kitchen, she gets real serious.
Yeah,
It's like, I can't be this close to
she
oatmeal.
starts fiending. She can smell the oatmeal from
Do you have oatmeal?
from 3 rooms away. She walks into a
with her
house.
friends. She's like, I'm triggered right now.
I'm triggered.
You're like, why? What's
She
going
walks
on?
in and she's like, "You have Quaker, 3 weeks old, inside a Tupperware with a red top."
How do you know this?
How do you know this?
Wait, are those craisins?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. No, I like. You know what? I like the golden raisins. The golden raisins tastes different than the regular raisins, and that
they hit different.
Yeah, they sure do.
Oh my god, quality. Anyway,
Them golden raisins hit different. Huh?
golden raisins. They just unlock something in my head. It's like, you love this.
Sure
But
they
anyway,
do.
I get fully triggered. And all those really, really wealthy people are into weird religions too. And it's just like, I've never even heard of this before.
Yeah.
Scientology.
I've never even heard of
Like,
this. No, stuff you've never heard of.
Like when we were teenagers and Madonna started doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's when I found out about like wealthy people do all those weird guru
Yeah.
and like
All of them.
didn't she become
What
like
else are they gonna do?
one of those weird yoga religions?
It wasn't yoga.
Or
It was a Jewish religion. It's why can't I remember it? It's on the tip of my brain, and it's where they wear the little red thread around their wrists, and it's called Kabbalah. I got it! Ha, ha, ha,
Oh
ha.
my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Kabbalah. I'd never heard of Kabbalah until then, and then she was in it, then like everybody was in it that knows her. Now you see red threads everywhere.
If you want to be cool.
If you want to be
Everybody's
cool
got
like
a red
Madonna.
thread.
Or
Unless
they're
you're a
into
bitch.
like that weird. I told you the not that one.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, ayahuasca church. It's a church. It's a religion based around ayahuasca.
Getting really
Fucked up.
really fucked up.
And
Isn't
I
that
was
the
like,
show, Netflix show you guys were watching with Sting on it?
Oh yeah,
No, that was
really
about
good.
LSD.
It was about
It's a documentary.
hallucinogens.
It was about hallucinogens. Yeah.
It wasn't just LSD. They talked
Ayahuasca
about
was part of it
ayahuasca.
too, yeah.
Yeah, it was about hallucinogens.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Did you
Sting
watch the
is
whole
into
thing?
that tantric sex thing and all that kind of stuff.
Because why not?
I didn't finish it. No, I haven't finished it yet.
Because doesn't he have like 500 kids too?
I don't think it's that many kids. It's quite a few of them.
Yeah.
I mean, but why not?
Yeah.
He can afford.
I mean,
them.
if you're Sting,
if you're Sting,
do whatever you
If you
want.
sting and you have a few castles,
yeah, he has a whole like farmland with one of his castles.
like Lenny Kravitz and his
Yeah.
Brazilian.
Oh my god, his fucking house, Lenny Kravitz, Brazilian.
He hasn't made.
I want that one. I would fuck Lenny Kravitz to live at that house.
Like, would you need to be coerced
They probably,
just for the house?
You know what?
Yeah, just for that.
they probably
He's not my
filmed the that commercial that his daughter's in. And they probably filmed it there because it was all like nice and green
It
and
was so
lush.
lush.
Chicks
And
love
like
musicians.
he has this like I don't know what was it, a guest house or studio or something
it was
with
a
that
pool house.
paint job.
That was Pool House.
Oh my god!
I didn't see it.
Oh Frank,
You gotta watch it.
you have got
you
to
have
see
to watch it.
this
It's beautiful.
fucking house. It will make you want to fuck Lenny Kravitz to live in this house.
No, I've seen like so many amazing
No,
houses.
Frank. No,
No, Frank.
no.
Frank.
Lenny Kravitz is little. This is like
But he
his
has like
getaway is the fucking
500
shit.
acres with its
It's
own like
a
sustainable ranch. Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah, everybody's
It's like
doing it.
my fucking wet dream of a house. That house. Oh my god.
You
Oh,
have to live there.
so fucking hot.
You got
Keep it in your pants.
too much real sangria for you.
No, it was that Open Door show because Tabby was watching it and it popped up again. So I was like, oh my
It's
god,
a great
this
show.
house. That is a great show.
Except for
Whoever-
that one dumb YouTuber idiot.
You just didn't like the YouTuber guy. You just don't
No.
like these
Very
kids.
judgy.
No,
Very.
what I didn't like is that
It's
he
just a regular
didn't-
house.
That house and him did not deserve to be on that show.
Yeah, I know. It's just a
Wow.
regular
It's
house.
like it's just a regular old
It's just a regular house. It's
guy
like
who has a couple
it's
dollars.
like if they came in here and start filming our house. It's just a house. It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, it's an amazing house.
Like they ran out
It
of
wasn't
people
Lenny
to do shows
Kravitz's
on.
house. And
Yeah, you see his show, and then
his
and then
house, yeah.
like if Lenny Kravitz saw his episode before they filmed his house, he'd be like,
Yeah.
"No, I don't be associated with this bullshit." You know what I'm saying? It's Architectural Digest.
Oh, you know who had a beautiful house too? I really liked her house. The one has the Honest Company. What's her name?
Jessica Alba.
Jessica Alba's
Oh
house.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was really
Liv
beautiful.
Tyler's
Beautiful.
spot
Yeah,
was.
it was nice.
I
That-
liked
Liv
Nicole
Tyler's house
Scherzinger's
was-
house too.
I didn't see Nicole Scherzinger's house.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
Wait, no, we didn't.
No, I didn't.
We watched Shay Mitchell.
yes.
I remember that.
Hers
Who the
was
fuck
nice.
is
I
that?
don't know where she
Yeah,
got all
it
that
was
money
nice.
from though.
Who's that?
Being rich.
She got money from being rich. Weird.
This is how you
She-
make $1 million.
Yeah.
First you get $1 million.
First, you get $1 million.
Yeah, exactly. She's a YouTuber
Yeah, you keep saying that.
and also an actress. So I guess
I never heard of her, so I guess you don't have to be heard of to make money like
you don't
that.
gotta be famous. You just gotta diversify.
Okay.
Did she have a regular house?
No, she had a
No,
beautiful
it was
home.
really awesome, and she had her.
Oh, you know whose
best friend
house
on
I
there.
like too is that burlesque chick that was with that one guy, the singer guy. What's the
The burlesque.
Dita Von Teese.
chick.
Yeah, Dita Von Teese. It was really interesting. It was like a weird museum that I would like to go and have tea in.
I mean,
But
just
she-
like her, like she's just a weird, quirky chick.
Yeah, she seems like she's just super quirky.
Like that weird museum we went and had tea in?
Yes, like that weird museum we had tea in.
The Jurassic, what was it? The
Jurassic Technology Museum.
Dude, that place is crazy.
It's crazy. I fucking love it.
Did you go there with us?
Nope.
She
Oh,
refused to go,
dude.
remember?
You missed out. That
You
place
missed
was,
out. That's
that?
what you were saying. You
that
refused
spot
to
was
go.
very interesting.
It was, we went for Christmas, and you were like, "Man, I can't." We're like, and Daddy's like, "You'll miss it. You're gonna miss it. You're gonna wish you went." Blah. And you're like, "Nah, I don't want to."
No, that was the day I was leaving. You guys, there was just no
Oh
time.
yeah, we went after.
It's not that I didn't want to go.
We tried to go earlier in the day. You didn't want to go.
There wasn't enough time.
Okay. Anyway, it was great. Yeah. So like that museum, that was her house, but frillier, girlier.
Didn't we go back again? We went twice.
Honey, it was just the two of us the first time, and then we went the second time. We brought everybody else with us.
Yeah, that place was great.
But that day, those museums that we saw, that trip, that's when we went there. We went
Panorama?
we went to the Panorama, and the Panorama I really liked because it's just
Place
like
was
crazy. That garden is great, and that Panorama is fucking dope.
They
then-
both had these weird areas.
And that was the same weekend that we went and saw Morrissey. All of that happened.
That was a great
That was
show.
a great trip.
That's,
because that Morrissey
going to
was
that
dope.
show was like one
I'm
of
glad
the
we
best
went.
decisions I've ever made.
Well, thank you for the surprise. You're the
In
best
life.
husband in the world.
Yeah, because I woke up that morning and I was like, I should find something to do, like go see a show or something. And it was like Morrissey at the Hollywood Bowl.
And we went.
And
It was
I
awesome.
couldn't buy the tickets fast enough.
And it was awesome.
It was fucking awesome.
And he hated the
And
crowd.
The crowd was like, whatever. But even the opener was good.
It was his own fault that he hated us. Because he did a bunch of music off his last 2 albums. Like almost all the music he did was off his last 2 albums. And
Yeah.
everybody just wants to hear the hits. And I was
Yeah,
like,
of course.
fucking
Oh, he
Morrissey,
did. He did some good hits.
He did. He closed with the fucking jam of all jams.
Yeah.
But then he just played mostly the stuff off his new album.
But
Like,
it's still
no, it's like,
Morrissey.
listen to it or don't.
It's still Morrissey. It's like going to see Prince.
But he got his feelings
like
all
if you
hurt.
might not know every song Prince sings because he
I
has a
enjoyed it.
million fucking songs,
Yeah.
but it's still fucking Prince.
Why does it always get back to cocaine?